It's just really incredible. First and foremost, I shouldn't be here according to the doctors. I'm not going to share that, but 2 years past in January was my cut-off point to live with cancer. And someone turned up, and I fought for my life for 3 months in Altnagelvin Hospital with cancer. Went down to 8 stone, and a lady turned up at my door the morning I was told I was going to die. Some of you might know her. I'd never met her in my life. Her name was Angela Macaulay. Angela and Brendan Macaulay. Angela turned up at my door in Altnagelvin Hospital during lockdown. My wife wasn't in, my boys weren't in for 3 months, and this strange lady turned up and said, "Are you Mark Taylor?" I said, "I am." She says, "God has sent me from Portaferry to tell you that you're not going to die, you're going to live." And I'm still here today. Wow. And it's incredible. It's incredible. But I just want to share this very quickly, just in relation to me being here today. The enemy always tries to put spanners in the works, but Heather and I, my wife and I, were both going to come because some of you do know we just had Francis and Lisa Chan. If you know Francis and Lisa, we just had Francis and Lisa. If you've never read their books, Letters to the Church or Crazy Love, I would recommend you get them. Francis and Lisa were over with us, and we had a conference in Coleraine University. We're trying to work on a thing in Coleraine at the moment. But anyway, this is why I want to encourage you, my brother, Nehemiah. So, I come from a brethren background, if you understand what that is, okay? I know some of you immediately go, oh, yeah. So I've been on this amazing journey whereby the Holy Spirit has encountered me and I've encountered the Holy Spirit, and it's been tremendous. But obviously my heart lies in John 17, which has been referred to on a few occasions today, that you all may be one, as me and the Father are one, that the world might see that you have sent me. And that's Francis' heart, it's Heather and I's heart. But here's what I want to just say to encourage. Sorry, brother, I just want to encourage you. My testimony is just mind-blowing. But anyway, a few weeks ago, as you can imagine coming from the Gospel Hall on my journey, when you hear someone coming to you and saying, "I got a word from God for you," you sort of go, crazy sort of person. Do you understand? I mean, why would God not tell me? Why is he sending you about all this? But I was awoke in the middle of the night with the following phrase: Nehemiah will confirm. Nehemiah will confirm. So I just want to share this with you. My son Luke, I was just sharing with Brother Fergus, my son Luke, and this is why I've looked at you in case you think I'm a freak of nature. Solomon, or Nehemiah's daughter, in case you think, "Who is that freaky man looking at me?" My heart was drawn to you when I came in today, and I was sort of hoping that at some stage you might get up and take the microphone, and you done it. Because you remind me of my youngest boy, Luke. And he is so in love with Jesus. He's about to go out to Francis and Lisa Chan, and it's just incredible. But obviously when you hear Nehemiah will confirm, being a little Northern Irishman, the first thing that you will do is get your King James Version Bible and read the book of Nehemiah, looking at Nehemiah to confirm to you. And so I got to Nehemiah chapter 8, where it says that Ezra was called upon to bring out the book. And on Wednesday night past, in our little centre in Coleraine, I brought a Bible study on Nehemiah 8, and I felt that I'd fulfilled that Nehemiah will confirm type thing. So I got home, and we had done the Bible study, and I got into bed, 2:15 in the morning. That's not it. Nehemiah will confirm. So I'm like, okay, so I'm at chapter 8, I'll continue Nehemiah. And so then I read that there was this guy coming to here called Nehemiah. And so Heather and I said, look, this is really strange, and maybe God's just doing something and something bigger. Then, of course, we were supposed to come today, and we got a phone call this morning to say that all my family were coming up to our house in Ballycastle. And I was like, maybe I should be there. And Heather said, no, but maybe you should be there, here. And so I left Ballycastle and came here, and God fulfilled the word, Nehemiah will confirm. Incredible. So I want to thank you for being here. Our heart is, our plan is, I'm sure some of you know where Francis and Lisa are, and they left the big church, and and they set up a little smaller sort of setup called We Are Church. And I guess that's what our heart is for Northern Ireland. I want to say one more thing because I need you guys to pray for this, okay? You all know, some of you know me. Fergus maybe knows me slightly from Facebook and my stories online and stuff. I'm a little boy that painted curbs red, white and blue. And my father is plastered in tattoos. But it's amazing how your own father encountered God without being anywhere. And my father encountered God without ever attending a meeting, without ever being in church, in a place called Cookstown Bacon Factory. It's now known as Grampian Pork. They make Cookstown sausages. You know where I'm at? And my father was a madman. In fact, he left Cookstown one morning to go to his work in the bacon factory, and that night he phoned from Toronto in Canada. That was the type of man he was. And he was walking through the bacon factory in Cookstown, wheeling pig guts, and I know where it is exactly, through towards the automatic doors in the kill, and he says, God, if you're there, my life's a mess, and I can't do nothing with it. If you can, take it. And Billy Taylor, known by that name, you know my background now, Billy Taylor, on this side of the doors, was unconverted. And all he knows is that a divine, supernatural something happened to him, and by the time he got to the other side of the automatic doors, God had met with him. He went upstairs to the canteen, and he said to the men, I think I've just met God downstairs in the kiln. And all of the men said to him, Billy, we'll keep your bar stool, you'll be back. Billy Taylor has not been back in over 30 years because God changed the man. But here's what I want you to pray for. My journey over this past while has been incredible, and just a number of weeks ago, it's actually this day, 6 weeks ago, Saturday, one of the leading bands in Northern Ireland, you know our culture in Northern Ireland, the band season's about. One of the leading bands in Northern Ireland, we got a phone call at 10 to 9. Heather and I had decided that we would get into bed early on a Saturday night and be really romantic. At 9 o'clock, we would put on a movie, a love story, a movie. But the phone went at 10 to 9, and I have to confess this because you're good Christian people down here. The phone went on my phone and I turned it off. And then the phone went with the same number on Heather's phone, and I looked at Heather in bed and I says, turn it off. And Heather says, but that's the same person ringing yours and ringing mine. And I says, no, but it's our night, romantic night and moving and, you know, and stuff. And anyway, Facebook Messenger then went. And I says, Heather, don't answer that. And then the same person rang on WhatsApp. And I thought, Heather, answer that. But here's what happened. I just want to share this with you. It's incredible because I follow Fergus online as much as I can in this ministry. The lady in question was the sister-in-law of a guy, and he had just been marching in the Sons of William Flute Band in his 40s in Cookstown Main Street over the hill, and he had dropped like a stone. They asked, could I immediately get to the hospital? I did go to Antrim Area Hospital. At 10 to midnight, I was sitting with his wife and his 2 young boys in the little relatives room, and the surgeon came in, the consultant came in at 10 to midnight and said, there's nothing more we can do. He's took a massive bleed to the brain. I think you should get his mum and dad down just to say their goodbyes. We went in, his wife Ruth, who I had just led to the Lord a few weeks before, we went in and we prayed. I wish I could show you on my phone, I don't have time now. Gary Bigger is walking about Musgrave Park Hospital right now. So I want you to pray. Fergus is coming. Here's what came out of that as I finish with you. The leader of the UVF in Mid-Ulster phoned me. You know what I mean by the UVF, something. The leader of the UVF in Mid-Ulster phoned me because we've done a lot of Facebook posts in relation to that. If you want to watch them, they're on our YouTube channel. He says, hi boy, you do believe in that man upstairs. You know the way we talk up in this country. I says, I believe greater things are possible with God. He says, well, what about you putting up a tent in the centre of the housing estate in Monrush and Cookstown, where I'm originally from? There's about 1,000 houses. I says, okay, I'm up for it. So in the first week of July, we have put up, or are putting up, a massive marquee in the centre of the housing estate in Cookstown, and we are bringing the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ into the place.